Good morning and welcome to our quiet week between Christmas and New Year's at Option Pit. You can see we have a very light schedule this week, although we have our fourth out of our 5 VIX Made Easy classes tonight. It will be on the nature of calls and puts in VIX. As usual, like in the other classes, there are surprises, things you got to know, and also how to make trading VIX easier. Of course, that's the title of the class. That will be at 8 p.m. for all Option Pit Live subscribers. For those of you who are interested, you have to send me a note, andrew@optionpit.com at this point, since we're into our 4th class, but the series will be available to purchase in our store after the new year. Speaking of VIX, okay, what do we have? You know what we have? Not much. Not a whole lot going on. We have the cash is 1024. There is almost no market momentum. Whatever market momentum we kind of had seemed to sort of petered when everybody started worrying about Apple earnings. The iPhone 10 basically. That's enough to drive things down a little bit. I don't know if there's enough of a date around shipments on the iPhone X, but there is usually with Apple, it always seems like there are rumors that somebody has cut production and it drives Apple stock price down. There could be something in it. It doesn't seem to be bothering Amazon today, and Apple has bounced a little bit on that. So there could be something there. Also, I've just been noticing recently, Bitcoin, it's still 14,000, right? It's definitely there. But what's also happened is some of the momentum of what I would call the Bitcoin stocks. Take a look at CBOE, right? They listed the futures. Now that the futures are out there, CBOE made quite a rally up to here from, they made the announcement. We kind of peaked here right around there, and it's been kind of sitting stuck. I would not be surprised if some of this started to go a little backwards now that the rumor is no longer rumor, it's news. Let's take a look at CME. I liked all of these before everything was launched, but you're starting to see a little, again, pretty substantial rallies for these exchanges. At one point upwards of 10%. The Bitcoin thing, it still could be big, but it seems like a little bloom is off the rose in those. That might be worth looking at today price-wise. Vol is still not very high. So I think there could be, a slowdown. Maybe Bitcoin really doesn't slow down a ton, but, you're looking at the volume here. 2,000 contracts, probably be another 10 or 12,000 a day. Maybe it continues to go up. But we need to see this thing start to charge again. So that could be interesting in itself. So you've got Apple, you have Bitcoin. The last thing I'm looking at really is is there anything to this cold snap we have? Is there anything to natural gas? Possibly. It's moving a little bit on the cold snap. Could we get a little bit else? So those are just a couple of things that are possible for this week. Again, a slow week, and ultimately you have to think about it this way. If you're looking for anything to happen now, tough. What I do want to show you is just we have extremely low vol all the way out the curve here. You've got a 7 handle for a 1 month out volatility. That's very, very low. Of course, it's been a little lower. But there is not a tremendous amount of vol risk going into earnings for these things. So, again, very small things, nothing that seems major at this point. But those are just a couple of things that I was looking at this morning. I don't see a ton going on, but those are basically at least what are newsworthy for now. All right. And with that, I will see some of you in our chat room for a few minutes this morning. for all Option Pit Live subscribers, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And for people that bought VIX Made Easy tonight at 8 o'clock. So a big event for the week. And I will see you all later.